Hey, I'm here. I'm Bitu Adhikari. Today we will explore a full Afghanistan episode and stay tuned with us. We are gonna explore the most vital episode of India first episode. This is my channel and you will stay with me. So let's get started with Afghanistan episode. Afghanistan officially is the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan is landlocked country located at the crossroad of Central Asia and South Asia, referred to as the Heart of Asia. It is bordered by Pakistan to the east and south, Iran to the west, and Turkmenistan to the northwest, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan to the north, Tajikistan to the northeast, and China to the northwest and east, occupying 6,52,086 square kilometers of land and country predominantly mountainous with plains. In the north and the northwest, which are separated by Hindu Kush mountain range as of 2021. Its population is 420 million, officially estimated to be 29 million, composed mostly of the ethnic Python, Tajiks, Hazaras and Uzbekis. Kabul is the country's largest city and serves as its capital. Islamic State of Afghanistan. The anthem song is "This is the home of the brave." UN status, UN membership under the unorganized government. Kabul. The supreme leader right now is the Hizbullah Ajibullah. GDP 2020 estimate 72.911 billion and per capita 2024 billion. Human habitation in Afghanistan dates back in Middle Paleolithic era. The human habitation in Afghanistan dates back to the Middle Paleolithic era, and the country's strategic location along the historic Silk Road has led it to being described and pictured truly as the roundabout of the ancient world, popularly referred to as the graveyard of empires. The land has historically been home to various people, has witnessed numerous military campaigns, including those by the Persian and Alexander the Great and the Maurya Empire, Arab Muslims and Mughals, the British and the Soviet. Most recently by an American-led coalition. Afghanistan also served as the source from which the Greco-Bactrians and the Mughals, among the others, rose to form major empires. The various conquests and periods in both the Iranian and Indian culture spheres made the era essential of the Zoroastrianism, Buddhism, and Hinduism, later Islam throughout history. The modern state of Afghanistan began with the Durrani dynasty in 1817, with the Durrani Afghan Empire being formed by the Ahmad Shah Durrani. The Durrani Empire led by conquest in which at its peak conquest land that spanned from eastern Iran and northern India. Following the decline and death of Ahmad Shah Durrani and Timur Shah, it was divided into multiple smaller independent kingdoms, including but not limited, and Herat, Kandahar, and Kabul. Afghanistan would be reunited in 19. International recognition before its overthrow in 2021. United States invasion of Afghanistan. The Taliban returned to power in 2021 following Kabul's capture by the Taliban and the concurrent overthrow of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, ending the 2001 and 2021 war, although initially claiming form and inclusive government for the country. The Taliban in September 2021 re-established the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan with an interim government made up entirely of Taliban members. The regime currently remains internationally unrecognized. Afghanistan prominently rich in natural resources including lithium, iron, zinc and copper amongst many others. It's also the world's largest producer of the opium, the second largest producer of the cannabis and third largest of wood saffron and cashmere. The country is a member of the South Asian Association of the Region Corporation and a founding member of the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation. Due to the effects of the war in recent decades, the country has dealt with high level of the terrorism, poverty and child malnutrition. Afghanistan economic is the world 96th largest with a gross domestic production GDP 7.2 billion by the purchasing power parity. The country fares much worse in terms of per capita GDP, ranking 169th out of 168 countries as of 2018. Afghanistan, located in southern Central Asia and regional center at Afghanistan, is considered the rose gold of Asia, and the country has had the nickname Heart of Asia. And renowned Urdu poet Alma Iqbal once wrote about country at over 65 lakhs 280,000 kilometers square. Afghanistan is the world's 51 largest country, slightly bigger than France and smaller than Myanmar, and about the size of the Texas in the United States. There is no coastline as Afghanistan is landlocked. Afghanistan shares its longest land border with Pakistan to the eastern and southern, followed by border with Tajikistan to northeast, Iran to the west, and Turkmenistan to the northwest, Uzbekistan the north, and China to the northeast. India recognized shares the border with Afghanistan to Pakistan and Kashmir. Clockwise of southwest, Afghanistan share border with Sistan and Balochistan province, south Khorasan province, Rajavi Khorasan province of Iran, Ahel region, Hari region, and Dibap region of Turkmenistan, Sorandoi region of Uzbekistan, Kheldon region, and Gorno-Baghastan autonomous region of Tajikistan, Xinjiang Uyghur autonomous region of China, the Gilgit-Baltistan territory, Khyber province. Geography in Afghanistan is varied, but is mostly the mountainous and rugged, with some of the unusual mountain hikes accompanied by planas and river basin. It's dominated by Hindu Kush range and the western extension of the Himalayas that stretches to the eastern tip via Ami Mountain and the Karakoram Mountain. In Afghanistan, far northeast, most of the highest mountains are in the eastern creating pain in the north and southwest, namely the Turkestan plains and the Sistine Basin. Thus, two regions consisted of the rolling grasslands and semi-desert and the Watun Desert. Representatively, foresty exit in the corridor between the Nuristan and the Batika province. Climate. Afghanistan has the continental climate. Afghanistan has a continental climate with harsh winter in the central highlands, the glaciated northwest around Nuristan and the Waka corridor, where the average temperature in January is below 15 degrees Celsius, can reach -26 degrees Celsius, and hot summer in the low-lying areas of the Sistan basin of the southwest. Jalawal basin in the east, their temperature average about 35 degrees Celsius and can go vary in the summer with more rainfall falling between the December and the lower areas of the northern and western Afghanistan are the driest. The past season with precipitation more common in east, although proximate to India. Afghanistan is mostly outside the monsoon zone. Expect the Nuristan province, which usually receives summer monsoon rain. Biodiversity. Several types of mammals exist throughout Afghanistan. Snow leopards, Siberian tigers, and brown bears live in the high elevation alpine tundra region. The Marco Polo exclusively live in the Waka corridor, the region of the northeast. Afghanistan foxes, wolves, and otters, deer, and wild lynx, and the other big cats populated the mountain forest region of the east. In the semi-desert mountain plains, wildlife including a variety of the bird, hedgehog, gophers, and large carnivores such as jackal and hyenas. Gazelles, wild pig jackal populate the steppe plains of the south and west, while the mongoose and cheetah exist in the semi-desert south. Marmots and ibex also live in the high mountain areas. The peasant exist in some parts of the country. The Afghani hound is the native breed of dog and known for its fast pace, smart speed, and its long hair. It's vegetation such as pine trees, sparse trees, fair trees, and large trees. Whereas the steppe grassland consisted of the broadleaf trees, short grass, perennial plants, shrublands. Shrublands. The older high elevation regions are composed by hardy grasses and small flowering plants. Several regions are designated by the protected areas. There are three national parks: Pandiamid, Waka, and Nuristan. Pakistan had 824 had the 2018 Foreign Landscape Integrity Index mean score of 10.85 by 10, ranking globally out of the 100 countries. areas, the remaining 7.7% are the nomadic and additional 3 million or so Afghanistan are temporarily housed in neighboring Pakistan and Iran. Most of whom are born and raised in those two countries. As of 2020, Afghanistan was the largest producing country in the world, yet little held trade to. The current population growth rate 2.3%, one of the highest in the world outside Africa. This population is expected to reach 82 million by 2050. If currently population print continues, population of Afghanistan increase steadily until 1850. The Pashtun are the largest ethnic group, comprising 39%, followed by Tajikis comprising 37%, 37% of the country population. Other two major ethnic groups are the Hazaras and Uzbeks. Further 10 other ethnic groups are recognized each and represented in Afghanistan national anthem. The international recognition before its the overthrow in 2021. United States invasion of Afghanistan. The Taliban returned to power in 2021 following the Kabul's capture by the Taliban and the concurrent overthrow of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, ending the 2001 and 2021 war, although initially claiming form and the inclusive government for the country. The Taliban in the September 2021 re-established the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan with an interim government made up entirely of Taliban members. The regime currently remains internationally unrecognized. Afghanistan prominently rich in natural resources including lithium, iron, zinc and copper amongst many others. It's also the world largest producer of the opium, the second largest producer of the cannabis and third largest of both saffron and Kashmir. The country is a member of the South Asian Association of the Region Corporation and a founding member of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Due to the effects of the war in recent decades, the country has dealt with high level of the terrorism, poverty, and child malnutrition. Afghanistan economic is the world 96th largest with a gross domestic production GDP 7.2 billion by the purchasing power parity. The country fares much worse in terms of per capita GDP, ranking 169th out of 168 countries as of 2018. Afghanistan, located in southern Central Asia and regional center at Afghanistan, is considered the rose quartz of Asia, and the country has had the nickname Heart of Asia. And renowned Urdu poet Alma Iqbal once wrote about country at over 65 lakhs 280,000 kilometer square. Afghanistan is the world's 51 largest country, slightly bigger than France and smaller than Myanmar, and about the size of the Texas in United States. There is no coastline as Afghanistan is landlocked. Afghanistan shares its the longest land border with Pakistan to the eastern and southern, followed by border with Tajikistan to northeast, Iran to the west, and Turkmenistan to the northwest. Uzbekistan, the north, and China to the northeast. India recognizes a border with Afghanistan through Pakistan administered Kashmir. Co- Clockwise of southwest Afghanistan share border with Sistan and Balochistan province. South Khorasan province, Rejavi Khorasan province of Iran, Ahel region, Mari region, and Libap region of Turkmenistan, Sora, Sorandoi region of Uzbekistan, Kheldon region, and Gono Bakastan autonomous region of Tajikistan, Xinjiang Uyghur autonomous region of China, the Gilgit-Baltistan territory, Khyber province. The geography in Afghanistan is varied, but is mostly the mountainous and rugged, with some of the unusual mountain ridges accompanied by planas, plana, pla, planas, plat, platias, platias, and river basin. It's dominated by Hindu Kush range and the western extension of the Himalayan that stretches to the eastern Tibet via Pamir Mountain and Karakoram Mountain. In Afghanistan, far northeast, most of the highest points are in the eastern concentrating in fertile mountain valley, often considering the part of the roof of the world. The Hindu Kush ends at the west central highland and creating plain in the north and southwest, namely the Turkestan plains, and the Sistan Basin. Thus, two regions consisted of the rolling grasslands and semi-desert and the Watwin Desert. Representatively, foresty exit in the corridor between the Nuristan and the Patika province. Climate. Afghanistan has the continental climate. Afghanistan has a continental climate with harsh winter in the central highlands, the glaciated northwest around Nuristan and the Waka corridor, where the average temperature in January is below 15 degrees Celsius, can reach 26 minus 26 degrees Celsius, and hot summer in the low-lying areas of the Sistan basin of the southwest and Jalabad basin in the east and the Turkestan plains along the Amur River in the northwest. Their temperature average over 35 degrees Celsius in July and can go over 40 degrees Celsius. The country is generally arid in the summer, with the most rainfall falling between the December and April. The lower areas of the northern and western Afghanistan are the driest. The past season with precipitation more common in east, although proximate to India. Afghanistan is mostly outside the monsoon zone, except the Nuristan province, which is occasionally receives summer monsoon rain. Biodiversity. Uh, Several types of mammal exist throughout Afghanistan. Snow leopards, Siberian tigers, and brown bears live in the high elevation alpine tundra region. The Marco Polo ship exclusively live in the Waka corridor region of the northeast Afghanistan. Foxes, wolves, as otters, deers, and wild sheep, lynx, and the other big cats populated the mountain forest region of the east. In the semi-desert northern plains, wildlife including a variety of the bird, hedgehog, gophers, and large carnivores such as jackal and hyenas. Gazelles, wild-pig jackal populate the steppe plains of the south and west, while the mongoose and cheetah exist in the semi-desert south. Marmots and ibex also live in the high mountain of Afghanistan, and the peasant exist in some parts of the country. The Afghani hound is the native breed of dog and known for its fast speed, and its long hair. It's relatively known as West. The forest region of Afghanistan has the vegetation such as pine trees, spruce trees, fir trees, and larches. Whereas the steppe grassland region consisted of the broadleaf trees, short grass, perennial plants, and shrublands. Shrublands. The colder high elevation regions are composed by hardy grasses and small flowering plants. Several regions are designated by the protected areas. There are three national parks: ba- Bandamir, Waka, and Nuristan. Afghanistan had a 2018 forest landscape and integrity index mean score of 10, 8.85 by 10, ranking in 15 globally out of the 115 countries. The population of Afghanistan was estimated at 3.2 million as of 2019 by Afghanistan Statistic Information Authority, whereas the Union estimate over 18 billion. Was reported about 15 million, about 30% them the urbanite. In the rural areas, the remaining 4.7% are the nomadic, and additional 3 million or so Afghanistan are temporarily housed in neighboring Pakistan and Iran, most of whom were born and raised in those two countries. As of 2013, Afghanistan was the largest refugee producing country in the world, yet little held thereto. The current population growth rate 2.3%, one of the highest in the world outside Africa. This is population is expected to reach 82 million by 2015. If currently population trend continue, the population of Afghanistan increase steady until